Before Christ in high school, I was all over the place. I was constantly depressed. I was constantly wanting to drink all the time and party all the time and try to find an escape for the way I felt. I always felt lost. I never really had an outlet to go to, and I hit a really low point in life where I just didn't want to be here. I was sexually assaulted from the ages 6 to 9 by a family member, by a man that I looked up to for guidance, and by somebody that was supposed to protect me my whole life, and by somebody who was supposed to be a protector and be a guardian and be a leader. And instead of him doing that, he took so many things away from me. He took away my childhood. He took away my innocence. He took away my confidence, my worth, my voice. And for a really long time, I continued to let him come around. I'm now 19. So up until this point, he's been in my life. It's been really hard admitting that it happened. It's been really hard to come to terms with what has happened. It's been really hard when people bring him up and people don't know what happened. I was mad at God for a really long time for letting that happen, and then continuing to let him come into my life and continuing letting him do it to me and to other people. So for a really long time, I didn't want to pursue my relationship with God. For a really long time, I didn't want to open my Bible. For a really long time, I didn't want to talk to God. For a really long time, I wanted to ease my pain with something that would be easier than depending on God, and it failed tremendously. It's really hard waking up every day thinking, how is it going to affect me today? How am I going to handle this today? How bad am I going to feel about myself because of this today? I'm really grateful. I'm really thankful for what has happened to me, because if it never happened, I would never have the relationship with God that I have. I wouldn't know God. I wouldn't want to, every single time that I'm struggling, I wouldn't want to turn to him. I wouldn't want to be able to put everything that I have and everything that I believe in and all of my love and my whole entire soul into him if I didn't go through what I went through. Instead of letting it destroy me, I let it push me closer to God, and I let it bring out the absolute best in me that I possibly can, because I refuse to stay silent about it. I refuse to let the enemy win. I refuse to let the enemy steal my voice. I wanted to get baptized because I know for a fact that deep down in my soul, I couldn't do it without God. I want to completely devote myself to him, 100%. All I have left to say is, to the person who has maybe been through the same thing that I have been through, something similar, to the girl or guy or who knows, who is still letting the enemy hold their voice, who is still letting the enemy take over, and to the person who isn't ready to talk about it, just know that you're not alone. You will never be alone. And no matter what, no matter absolutely what, God has your back always.